Bro, my fucking allergies are killing me, bro. Literally in class, I sneezed like 12 times. And literally, I feel like class is literally the worst place to sneeze since the pandemic. Because I know that when I sneeze, or when someone else sneezes in class, I just think, oh, they have COVID. Right, immediately. That's the fucking first thing I think when someone sneezes in class. So me sneezing 12 fucking times definitely probably didn't help my case at all, but it's chest day, so let's go fucking improve. Let's go make ourselves feel better with fucking chest day. Some kid wanted me to rev my shit, so I did. But yeah, man, fucking chest day. Who isn't happy about having a fucking day to grow your fucking mommy milkers? I know I'll never complain about that. So, what do we got today? Incline. Well, actually, let's start with pec deck today. Switch it back up to how we were doing it before. Start with pec deck. Incline Smith. I'm feeling incline Smith. Then following incline Smith, some kind of flat press, and then low to high flies. Maybe some mid flies, maybe some crossover flies, maybe some incline flies, man. Who the fuck knows? But some kind of fly, and then maybe something else. And then obviously we'll do some machine lat raises, because that is my favorite side or shoulder machine is the machine lateral raise. So definitely gonna get a few of those in, but nothing too crazy, nothing too extravagant. Just pretty much a plain old chest day. I think that a lot of people get caught up in thinking that every single workout has to be a full fucking breakdown, sweat, can barely breathe, fucking pushing yourself to the max workout. Not every lift is gonna be like that, man. Realistically, not every lift can be like that, because your body can't handle that, especially not every single day. I'm not saying do not push yourself. That's the last thing I'm saying. But I am saying that there are times and there are days when you're not gonna have a fantastic lift, when you're not gonna have a great lift. Now, obviously, you're gonna have the kind of mindset to where you're saying, hey man, even if it was a bad lift, it was a good lift because I got a lift in, right? But with that, there are a lot of people that think that just because a lift wasn't perfect means it was bad. But that is not the case whatsoever. Bad lifts does not mean, not perfect lifts does not equal bad lifts. Not perfect lifts equals ways to improve, methods to get better at, movements to improve on, things to focus on for your next lift of that day, right? There's something to learn out of failure. Failure is never the end. Failure is never the last thing that's going to happen to you. And if it is, that means you gave up. Because when you fail, you are learning what it takes to succeed. You're learning what it takes to fail, right? And what you did to fail, you're learning you have to do better than that to succeed. You're learning you have to improve on that to succeed. You're learning you have to, make adjustments and make, corrections to your game and to your lifts, to your daily lives, to your work, to your relationships, to your school, whatever it is that you failed at. Every time you fail, you're learning what it takes to succeed and what it means to fail. Failure is not the end. Failure is the beginning of anything. So if you want to succeed and you want to be great, man, you have to fail at some point. Not a single person that is successful has gotten whatever they wanted their entire life. Not one. Right? Everyone's gone through a heartbreak. Everyone's gone through a setback. Everyone's gone through a bunch of things, right? And if you think that you can make it through this life, and every time something hits you in the mouth or knocks you down, that you can roll over and let it hit you again, you're not going to be anywhere, man, to be honest, because it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for failure. I don't want that for any of you guys. And if I were to sit here and tell you guys, yeah, when you get knocked down, just stay down. No, man, no. Do not stay down. Get the fuck back up and punch back. I know there's a saying that says turn the other cheek, man, but do not turn that fucking cheek, bro. Do not. Because it is not worth it. That other cheek that you're giving up, it depends on the circumstances, right? If someone is degrading you and belittling you, don't fight back, but don't just let them keep doing it. Walk away. If someone's trying to pull you down, they're pulling you down. So what does that mean? They're below you. They're not on the same level as you. They're nowhere near where you are. And why do you think they're pulling you down? Because they're jealous of you, man. They are jealous of who you are and what you have. And if you let those people that are trying to pull you down succeed, you're never going to succeed. You're never going to get better. You're never going to improve. You're never going to be who you want to be if you let the people below you pull you down to their level. Something one of my basketball coaches used to always say is, we're playing to their level. We're not making them play to ours. We'd play teams that were nowhere near in our league that we should not have lost to or even been in a close game with. But because we let our minds think that and think, oh, we're better, we don't have to try, we ended up almost losing the game or having it be a close game when it was unnecessary. And he would always say, guys, we played down to their level. We played to where they wanted us to play instead of making them come up and play where we were. And think about that in life, man. It's something that he always preached to me, was making men out of basketball players, right? Young men, building character. And he did a great job with that, man. He taught me what it means to be dedicated. He taught me what it means to push myself. He taught me what it means to share with others and be a great teammate and a great friend and a great brother and a lot of things. And he also taught me that to not let people pull me down to their standard. Everyone has their own standard, right? I talked about this before. The standard should always be the standard. That's something that you should never change as your standard. Maybe your expectations change. Okay, that's fine. Maybe your goals change. Okay, that's fine. But your standard should always be your standard. You should be set on where you want to be and who you're going to become and what you expect out of yourself every day. And that's not something that you should ever debate. That's not something you should ever question, is what is your standard. Because your standard is how hard you're going to work, no matter who's watching, no matter who you're around, no matter what's going on in your life. Your standard will always be your standard. So just keep that in mind when it comes to, all these things that you're doing in your life. Not just lifting, bro. Not just lifting. Everything that you're doing. Just keep that in mind. Let's go hit some chest. Alright, after a proper warm-up, we're faced with our first challenger of the day. And it is the machine fly. Well, for a while there, I only started with machine flies. I just switched it up a little bit because I wanted to do some heavy pressing to start my chest days just for a while. I mean, I do still love starting with pec deck just because I think it gets the perfect amount of chest activation to start your lifts. So if you don't know what to start your chest days with, pec deck's always a great option. One warm-up set with a 110. It was relatively light, so we're going up by a good amount, up to 180. Today we're going to give out for our listening choice of the day, we're going to give the TikTok audios a try. I looked up a couple of videos, got a bookmark, so we'll see how those treat us. But that's not the main focus of the lift. The main focus of the lift is the actual lift. So how about we get that underway? Let me stop fucking yapping. Okay. Pretty good. We'll go up one. Okay. Oh, better. I'll leave it there. Two more. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Whew. That was good. Okay. So far, 2 for 2. Machine flies, incline Smith. We'll see if we can go 3 for 3 next with a hammer strength. But I mean, I wouldn't bet money on it, but hey, there's a chance. I'm gonna start with just a plate, see how it feels, and just from there, shout out to my boy Crash OK behind me. See him squatting? Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy. Yeah. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy. Hey, that was too light. That was too light. One more. Okay. All right. I don't know. Obviously we're going up because that was 19. So, I don't know. I'll decide in a second. All right. Just put a 10 on. I still want to do at least 12 for these next few, well, at least for this set. If this is still like significantly over 12, I'll put a 25, but this, I don't know. Well, first of all, I need a fucking haircut. I have to call up La Boy Cuts in a minute, but hey man. 1 to 3 more, depending on how it feels. All right, well, that determines that. We're leaving it there. One more. Fuck. All right. All right. Let's move on. We'll go do recline flies. Perfect. 3 for 3. All right. Probably just 2 sets here, to be honest. Okay. Whew. I think it's time to throw a 10 on there. Well, I know it is. Whew. Okay. Oh. Okay. Hammer strength. So, all right, a lot of incline stuff today. Incline hammer strength stuff now. There was now, if you guys know me, you know I'm not a big science-based lifter, but there was a study that said incline movements hit the same amount of mid and low chest as flat press movements. So if that theory is true, there's nothing wrong with spamming a lot of incline stuff. So that is what we're doing today. I mean, after this I'll do a flat press, probably hammer strength if it becomes available. If not, I'll just do flat dumbbell, probably. I don't know, we'll see, but worry about that later. 2 or 3 sets here. 45 to 25? Just 45 a little too light? So. Okay. I'm gonna take it 25 and put it 10. That was 8 reps, but it was a rough 8 reps. Okay. One more. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Flat hammer strength to finish. Okay. Oh, that was much better. I'll go 2 more. Okay. Oh, 1 more. All right, we're gonna fail, take off the 10 and go again. Okay. All right. Let's check it out. Whew. I mean, shit. I'm doing this fucking, hold on. This should. Whew. Yeah, I can't even, I don't even have fucking words. Ouch. Oh shit. Oh, there goes my headphone. Whew. My music's fucking skipping everywhere. Let me fix this shit. Holy shit. One last round. Alright, I'm going to some side delts, but you guys, car time. Whew, I'm fucking exhausted. I think it's time for some canes. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Canes after a fucking fantastic chest day? It's sounding like exactly what I want, to be honest. Alright, Caniac combo. And one extra toast. Puts me at 714 calories left. So when I get home, after I eat the canes, after I walk Bruno and do everything, I'm going to have a little bit of that pasta I made the other night. Okay, let me get my fucking maps up to head over there. I wasn't listening to that. That's not my music. Don't ever judge me like that again, you fucking asshole. Alright, anyways. Ha 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 ha. Let's get the fuck home, man. Let's get the fuck to the destination of choice, to the fucking place of worship, raising fucking canes. If you ask me, I wouldn't raise a nigga named Kane, but you're not asking me, so I guess do what you will with that information. But like I said, really good chest day today, man. I'm actually very, very happy with how everything went. The pump was fantastic. Usually those hammer strength flat presses don't feel as good, but today I kind of like the last, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the second and third set, I really squeezed at the top. I think that's what did the difference, bro. That squeezing at the top really, really helped activate my chest. And I think that's part of the reason my chest was so fucking pumped today, because of that. Just the squeeze at the top of that, and that's it. So that just goes to show you, out of all the little things you do and the movements you do every single day, if you just make a little adjustment, it could go the fucking distance in terms of your pump, the activation of your muscles, and so many other things that are super, super important when it comes to, oh, that dog is about to walk in the street. My gosh, be careful, puppy. A bunch of other things that are super, super important when it comes to your training. Now, I know I talk a lot about mass moves mass, so moving a lot of weight is super important. But at the same time, it's also still very, very important to lift light and do squeezing sets, because those squeezing sets are what really gives you the most activation. The heavy pressing sets activate you, right? Yes, and they get you fucking moving a lot of weight, but you also get a lot of other muscles involved. For example, when I was doing those heavy incline presses, I was using a good amount of front delt. I was using a good amount of tricep to lock my arm out. So, but then with the flies at the top, it was like a really squeeze on my fucking chest. So it was a lot of fucking chest activation. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that there's a lot of different ways to do movements, and they can really affect the amount of activation, the amount of pump you get, and the overall feeling of the movement. So making sure you understand the differences in the way you're doing movements and the efficiency with which you do them, because if you're just doing the movements to do them, you're not really thinking about, you know, what you're getting out of those movements and what you're building with them. It's going to be really, really hard to, you know, make a case and develop your muscle and become as big as possible, because you're just going to be throwing weight around. And while that will be effective to a certain extent, right? Like just throwing weight around, moving stuff is going to be effective. Once you get to a certain point in your muscle development, in your muscle growth, just moving weight isn't going to be enough. You're going to have to specifically target certain muscles. So like the Pelotons and the full body like machines, they're good, right? But you can only get so big with them because you really need to target specific muscles in order to get them bigger. If you're doing just 4 full body workouts a week, yes, you're going to see progress, right? You're going to see results. You're going to get bigger. You're going to develop yourself more, right? Yeah, it's going to work, but to a certain extent. Doing 3 full body movements is not going to isolate your shoulders as much as you want. It's not going to isolate your back as much as you want. It's not going to isolate your abs or your legs as much as you want. So trying to find a balance of hitting everything but also targeting everything specifically is kind of the difficulty with lifting nowadays, because especially as you get older, you only have so much time to go to the gym, right? I'm not saying that everyone has 4 hours a day to set aside to go to the gym, but I'm sure we all have an hour if you take away your social media time, your TV time, your video game time. If you were to condense all of that into about half of what you do now, I guarantee you'll probably have about an hour to go to the gym. And with that, you have to be super, super methodical and you have to know what you're trying to do and know what you're trying to hit, because you can't just go to the gym and sit there for 20 minutes thinking about what you're going to do, right? Like, it's important to understand and know what you're going to do, how you're going to do, and what movements you're going to do to hit it, right? Because when I go to the gym, I'm like, okay, today's chest day. I have 4 or 5 movements I want to do, right? If they're not available, I'll adjust and I'll switch to what I know I can do that day, but I'm not going in there saying, is today's chest day or back day? No, I know that as soon as I wake up. I'm like, okay, today's chest. Start thinking about what you want to do. Start thinking about what you did last week or last chest day, and readjust and repurpose and set up a whole new chest day with different movements, different activation. Some of the same movements, right? It's good to hit incline presses every chest day, but doing different kinds of flies, doing different kinds of presses, different kinds of, whatever the movement is to hit your entire chest, if that makes sense. So make sure you guys are understanding all that stuff. I know I said a lot, I'm kind of just yapping at this point, but it is really important to, be methodical and understand what you're trying to achieve. Have a goal in mind so that you can achieve that goal, right? But once you hit that goal, don't be done. Set another goal and another and another and another. Like I said earlier, the standard's the standard, and hold yourself accountable, because as you get older, less and less people are going to hold you accountable. Less and less people are going to care about what you're doing. Less and less people are going to be there to pick you up when you fall. So you have to start to do that for yourself. Start to become the hero of your own story. Start to become the person that pushes yourself. Because if you don't push yourself, what makes you think anyone else is going to push you if they know you're lazy? Right? Like, if everyone around me knew I was lazy, knew I go to the gym and half-ass it every day, why would they ask me questions? Why would they tell me, oh, you're not going to go today? Why wouldn't you go? Oh, come on, man, you got to go to the gym. If they knew I half-assed everything, why would they support me? Just think about that. But, yeah, man, I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for back. I'll let your boy. Peace.